What is going on, you guys? Today I'm reacting to Do All Killers Think the Same? So I think they're just gonna be asking like these murderers like questions and stuff, which I think is cool. I think it's cool. I don't think people really address some of the stuff directly to the murderers enough. So let's see what type of
I
questions they
did
ask.
immediately regret it in a sense where I called my mom and I apologized to her and I
They
said,
got
I'm so
five
sorry, I think I
killers.
killed your husband. But then there was also the sense of like, oh my gosh, I don't have to keep looking over my shoulders anymore. I don't have to live in this fear that he's going to actually come after me because it already happened.
Self-defense. Killed somebody out of self-defense. Smart, that's smart, that's smart.
I would kill
33
them
minutes.
again.
Oh my god, I have to skip some. I would kill. Wait.
I would kill them again.
Oh, good question. Good question.
3, 2, 1, go.
Whoa.
Thomas Ogden was a beautiful person, and he was my friend, and what happened was an accident, and I would give anything to have him back. My name's Forrest, and I accidentally shot and killed my best friend when I was 23 years old. I felt like a shattered person most of my life, and there are still shards missing, but I just spent the last 5 years writing a very painful memoir. It gave me an opportunity to visit a lot of past trauma. I feel in a strong space to be a support for other survivors and create positivity in the world.
All my
That's
killing
crazy.
has been in the time of war, so I agree with what I've done. Would I do it again? I would, because if I didn't kill that individual, they would have killed me or somebody else. I was a sniper.
Okay. So I was thinking about this wrong. I was thinking like just random like murderers, people like that. But no, it's literally like war. He said like war, so like military and stuff like that. So I wasn't thinking of like killers like that.
I'm looking after a platoon of 20, 30 guys, sometimes as small as 6 guys. But I don't like strongly agree with it because of the after effects, like what it did to me mentally. You know, I was the first person I killed, I was 18, and I didn't stop until I was almost 25. So
That's
I don't
crazy.
regret any of it. I don't have any bad feelings towards those individuals that I did kill. They were just protecting their homeland
He was
just
just-
as much as I would too. So
he was just
I
doing
would
his
do it
job.
again to save my life or somebody else's life.
I work in healthcare. What I do is I manage life support. So I'm the guy that pulls the plug on just about everybody. So I come from a very different perspective.
Oh, okay. This is very different. So he has to kill people, like I don't know how to explain
to
it.
do that for
I mean, you heard what he
babies
said.
all the way to like people at the end of their lives. I've been doing this for like over a dozen years now. So I'm like, okay, I've come to terms with what the job is.
And he would kill them again because he had to. It is his job, you know. It's basically, you know, taking their pain away, basically.
The crime and how it happened, it was not, I didn't go out to kill this person. And now understanding the impact that the crime had, not only on me, but the family of that person. That was a human being that I killed over some drugs, right? And his children, his family
drugs.
is living still in the absence of this person. It was December the 24th, Christmas Eve night. Remember me and a couple of my friends were hanging out. This particular car came up. And the passenger in the car said, hey, I want to buy some drugs from you. So I told one of my friends, I'm like, he's known to be this person that will come through the community and ask for $100 worth of drugs, but he would never have the money. And the guy did exactly what I said. He knocked the drugs out of my friend's hand, grabbed his arm, and started speeding off. And my reaction at that time was I pulled out the gun and I started shooting into the car to get him to release my friend. And days later, we heard that
he was ready. Look, he remembers perfectly. Watch how he takes the gun out.
At that time was I pulled out the gun and I started shooting into the car.
He was about to go boom, boom, boom.
And days later, we heard that the bullet that I shot into the car actually killed him. To that day, I will never forget December the 24th when that happened, the day before Christmas.
I
Crazy.
would 100%
Crazy.
do what I had to do over again because the guy was a serial perpetrator. He was after so many women If he killed me, he would have went after my mom, all my family, my nieces, my nephews, every one of us, until he literally got what he wanted.
Who did he go after so far?
I killed my attacker, Dirty John Meehan, in self-defense. I think it was really interesting.
Wait, who?
Attacker, Dirty John Meehan, in self-defense.
Dirty John
I think it was really
Meehan?
interesting how there was one
I think she
person
made
here
that
who had
up.
experienced prison reform, because to me, my attacker would have been in there if I hadn't killed him in self-defense. And it's really interesting to hear about how there are people in there who are able to rehabilitate.
I immediately regretted it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, this guy, obviously he's gonna regret that. That was his friend and it was an accident. But her, why would she regret it? He was coming for you and the family.
Why
I
do
might fast
strongly
forward
disagree?
this one a little bit.
Like I said, I was a young kid. I was 18. The first guy I killed was with a 50 cal like machine gun. I was expecting
50 cal, that's
it to
strong.
be like the movies where you have this like feeling of when you kill someone, and it wasn't there. I didn't really feel anything. It wasn't until like that night I had this weird dream. The guy who I shot became a ceiling fan in my room. His arms and legs were the blades. His head was the center of the fan, and I watched him spin faster and faster until he tore apart and covered me in what he used to be, what was left of him. But no.
Hopefully I don't have those dreams.
I didn't feel anything. There was nothing like to feel. I knew that was the beginning of something that I was probably going to have to do for a while. No
Crazy.
attachment at the time.
I can
Crazy.
agree with you on that. I mean,
Cold-hearted.
Identify with that because
You monster.
my first couple of years inside of prison, I detached from it completely. When people would mention his name, I would like don't see him as a human being. And that was very insensitive when I look back at it now, right? But I look and say that that was a way of me coping with the situation at that time.
I did immediately regret it in a sense where I called my mom and I apologized to her and I said, I'm so sorry, I think I killed your husband. So there was that, but then there was also the sense of like,
Wait,
Mom,
look.
I apologized to her and I said, I'm so sorry, I think I killed your husband.
Look at him.
So there was that, but then there was also
He's
the
trying not to
sense of,
laugh.
like,
He's
oh
trying
my
not to
gosh,
laugh. That's
I don't
crazy.
have to keep looking over my shoulders anymore. I don't have to live in this fear that he's gonna actually.
Okay, shut up. Next question.
I am desensitized to death. 3, 2,
Why is she
1,
laughing?
go.
Desensitized? What does that mean?
Somewhat agree. Why is that?
Yeah, why is
I do a lot of volunteer work, and the amount of people who are dying from drug overdoses and suicides right now in the arena of trauma, it's becoming difficult for me to feel anything anymore.
Oh, okay.
with the amount of people that we're losing.
Desensitized, insensitive to
For me, it
people
was
dying.
almost like playing God, you know? I determine the time, place, when I'm going to take that person off this planet. And it put things into perspective for me, too, that I could be gone at any certain time. Like when you have to pull it, you know, you don't know when that card is going to be pulled. So I've learned to value it more and know that it's very fragile, very frail.
W take.
And to not feel anything towards killing someone would probably be more devastating to me than actually taking a life. It's
Taking
not
the life,
feeling it.
yeah.
Hold on, I need to
It's not
clarify
feeling.
something.
So I'd go to strongly
I just want to
disagree.
be very clear that being desensitized in no way means that I don't value life.
Oh, yeah.
It's just difficult to
Yeah.
feel the mourning over and over.
That's
again.
tough. I like the
Like
the
I
Marine.
agree with you.
or
Like
whatever
there
he
will be
was.
certain stories.
I
that I'm
think
like,
he was
oh my gosh,
a
I can't believe
sniper.
that happened. But if someone
And I
just
only
tells
say
me,
that.
like, oh,
Look. I only say that because I watched a video about a sniper. Like he was talking. Hold on. Let me.
just like there's
I don't really
Get
care about this one
somebody-
anymore.
I
Let me
got-
see him
like you
again.
said,
Let me
it's
see him
not
again.
anymore. Even if I'm working the emergency, like there's
Hold
some-
on. I gotta see him again.
Listen, no life at that time.
All right. I'll just go to the next question.
it's okay to
I think we're more than just our brain, right?
Yeah.
We're spirits living in flesh. Man.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like, okay, tattoos. I'll look at the tattoos, and then when I see his name, I'm
I
gonna
am
look it up.
also a victim. 3, 2, 1, go.
No, no. Okay, I think she's looking at it wrong. Actually, maybe not. But still, that's
I
crazy.
feel weird,
We're not trying to single you out. Right?
but I feel like I have
Okay,
to
yeah.
be over here because the guy came after me. I was in a parking garage. I was just trying to go to the Jason Aldean concert that night. He started attacking me, stabbing me, and I fought back and I won. So I didn't ask for any of that. I honestly hated the guy and I wished he would be dead, but I never wanted
Don't say that.
to
Don't say that. Nobody deserves to die. Nobody deserves to die.
unalive or take someone's life.
My
It
first
just
couple years
happens.
in prison, I saw myself as the victim, right? And that was, again, a way of me coping. As I continued to do some interpersonal work, I realized that I was not a victim, that I still made a choice in the crime that I
Yep,
committed,
yep.
right? But I just wanted to
Like,
share that.
respect to him all the way. I like him too, but
Like I'm a victim for
I need
anything. Like I chose my first Achilles
To
suit
see
when
his
I was in
name.
the 6th grade. Like it's more than likely
Nick.
happening.
I need to find him. I found it. It's him. Look, watch. I've seen this. Look, see, that's him. I've seen this before. Special Ops Sniper rates 11 sniper scenes in movies. I literally just saw this like a few days ago, maybe a week ago or something like that. But I knew I seen him before. Oh my god. That's crazy. Right
What
here.
happened? The left?
Nicholas Irving. If you want to look him up, go look him up. If you want to watch this video, go watch this video. I've already reacted to it, so I'm not going to react to it. Or I haven't reacted to it, but I watched it, and I'm not going to react to it.
I knew it came with
Okay,
that,
but back to this.
which
Next question.
I have profited from the murder.
Profited.
3, 2,
I know the Marine.
one.
Nick has.
go.
Because it's their job. It's his job and his job. So they have to profit off of it. Obviously, haven't. He murdered somebody. And he murdered somebody. I mean, they've all killed somebody. That's what this is. But, like, they both went to jail. They have not profited. Her, she might have profited in the sense that he's not attacking her. Anyway, oh my god.
Make me feel bad about this.
Somehow murdered.
At least move to somewhat agree or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blood money.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like,
That's
I don't
crazy.
like that word.
blood
I
money.
don't like it
All right,
either.
I don't think it applies universally,
yeah.
right? Homicide
Murder?
is a universal term. As far as profiting
She
from
doesn't
any
like the
part
word
of my
murder
story,
because she's
no.
murdered someone. Maybe
I've
she
spent
shouldn't
the
have murdered
last
anybody then.
4 years, 5 years struggling to write
Thought
and
about
publish
that.
a book, and I've spent about 80 G's on it and made about 4,000. And that's not why I did it. I did it because I want to help people, but I don't think that it's very
That's
common
profit,
for
okay.
people to profit off of recovery from stuff, right? Well, maybe it is. I don't know.
I guess I'll go over here then. My attacker, my show got made into a podcast called Dirty John.
A
and then
show?
it got made into a documentary, a TV show on Bravo, and
I
now
need to
on
look for Dirty
Netflix.
John too now. Okay.
And so
Okay. I just looked it
felt
up. I
Like I've
didn't see
been
her anywhere.
Exploited in a sense because I did not make anything off of the podcast. Although people think I profited off my story, I did not.
But also, and you get paid to take his life.
No, not at all.
Okay, so if you profited off of if I profit off of anything, it's my hard work afterwards.
Yeah.
It's my hard work to share and be of service. So, no, you didn't. People hate profit sometimes. They just hate just getting made money.
Yeah.
For me, as a speaker and a trainer, I struggled with that for a long time, right? You know, I committed this crime, and yes, I did all of the work that I have done to become the man that I am today. But then I sometimes
I feel like this is a yes or no question because of what the guy that killed his friend said. I think this is just a simple yes or no question because of the fact that either you made money from killing that person directly or you didn't. So if you say no, you go all the way to strongly disagree. If you say yes, you go all the way to strongly agree.
I don't
That's
sleep
simple.
at night right knowing
There's
that
no
I've
somewhat.
made this bag of money or whatever. Any money I get, I want to be able to live comfortable. It's not about getting something in luxury.
All right,
How
next
can
question.
I help some young person?
It's just a really long video. It's a good video. It's just a really long one. Taking a life was part of God's plan for me.
Life was part of God's plan for me.
Yeah, strongly agree. God's plan. Oh, they're all
3,
thinking about that.
2,
Oh wait,
1, go.
they're all thinking about that.
I'm unclear with that one. That's why I'm like this.
You're on the other side.
Yeah, I wouldn't be who I am today to be able to have the experience that I've had and become who I've become without taking a life. I learned my lesson after all the killing. You know, my last deployment dropped over 30 guys, 33 people, and who knows how many before that. But what I had to get through and overcome to stand here today far exceeded anything I've done in the military. Being emotionally somewhat strong and, yeah, what I've had to overcome. There's been a lot of dark nights where didn't think I was going to be here, you know?
Why I'm like this?
Yeah, I know what you mean, though, yeah.
I don't want it to be perceived to be insensitive about the victim.
Yeah.
Right? But I know on this part of me, I look at my friends who I grew up with at 19 years old, and I did 22 years in prison, and when I came back home, they were at the
22
same,
years is
spot
crazy.
under the same
Well,
tree
he killed
we
somebody,
sold
never mind.
drugs at. But then
He
if
killed somebody.
over here, I think about the Gold Dingers family. Because, you know, their son is like, oh, God destined my son, my brother or my son to die. You know what I mean? So
But if you believe in God, then that would be, he already knew that before you
I
were
get
born,
that part.
you
I
know?
mean, I'm a spiritual man,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But I'm
same.
just like, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
want it
tough,
to, I
that's
don't,
tough,
it's
that's
just,
tough.
that's my dilemma when it
If
comes
there's
to
a
feel you.
God, I don't think that he's letting some kid be blown apart in Iraq because he's busy helping me look for a parking space.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think that the realm of the spirit is
Yes.
as concerned with human affairs. I think that the sun rises and sets for a reason. It rockets through space at 40,000 miles an hour with a bunch of rocks around it for a reason, and animals have instinct for a reason, and I think human beings,
Free
it's a
will.
little
Free
different.
will.
Free
and I
will.
think
Yeah.
things just happen sometimes. There doesn't have to be meaning or a plan.
But then it's hard for a
Wow,
person
that was
who
deep.
lost
That
a
was
loved
deep.
one to wrap that. For me, and my homicide is completely different than most of you in this room. Is someone
He said
died by me
homicide?
pulling this trigger, and I can't say it was in God's plan.
I pulled the trigger too.
Yeah.
I thought the gun was empty. And I still can't wrap my head around a stupid decision like that. Even though that it malfunctioned and acted unloaded, had I done all the right things, the 4 safety rules, it never would have happened. And I was nervous coming here because I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. And I had no intent at all. There's no way I would have as soon put it to my head or at the floor or whatever. And I can't remember ever doing that before.
Because he thought it
or
was
after.
unloaded.
And it was a mistake.
I think for me, it was part of my dharma. I'm a little bit more spiritual, so I think it was my life's purpose, to be honest. Because of what I do today, whenever I speak, I always have people contact me and say that they left an abusive relationship or what I shared helped them get
All
out
right,
of their
I don't want to
attack.
listen to her. Next
Sharing your
question.
story.
Are enough
There are enough resources for me to heal?
resources for me to
Yeah.
heal?
Yeah, say yes.
3, 2, 1.
Well, not the guy who killed his friend. That's tough. Yes? That's crazy. Only the 2 who work for killing or who
When I was
do
in the
that for a living.
military, it was like looked down upon to go seek mental help or anything. Dude, you'd get kicked off the team, you know, in a heartbeat. I don't want a guy who's soft watching my back, you know, or what I perceived at the time
Perceive
to
it
be
at the time,
soft.
yeah.
After each deployment,
Oh, okay. So they're saying they can't be soft. They can't go like have resources to heal because it's literally their job. If they can't take it, they're out.
our
I get it now.
therapist was like a 18-wheeler truck full of kegs of beer and more beer. And 12 hours ago, I just
Crazy.
took a life, 21 years old, at a strip club in Atlanta, drinking, you know, till my eyes pop out to cope. we would talk to like a psychiatrist, but we were encouraged to write down, I didn't have this emotion, I didn't see this, so we could get home early to see our family. But 2 years ago,
But
2 or
they
3
really
years ago,
did.
I decided to talk to someone and figure out why I was the way I was, because I wanted to change. I didn't like being, everywhere I went, I'm looking at.
Nah, I don't. I mean, respect to him. I like him, but I don't like. I don't really agree with some of the things he's saying, because that video that he was in, the sniper video, it's like he was basically bragging about having a record for killing 33 people, or like having 33 confirmed kills in 3 months, or less than 3 months, or something like that.
Everyone
I don't really know.
and it's going to sound so bad, but I was polite to everybody who I met, but I always in the back of my mind had a plan to kill them, just in case
Whoa!
the situation presented itself. If something went south, I've already mapped out and planned for 3 different scenarios how I would kill this person. And
I don't
I
wanna
was
meet him.
comfortable being in that state of mind because it kept that protection, that wall up. But it gets
Maybe that is tough to like always have a way to kill somebody. Maybe that's tough. Maybe that's
tiring
tough.
after a while to always be.
Is
that
this the
way.
last question?
You
Is this the
know.
last
Look
question?
at this, right? I want to run over here.
I think this might be the last
strongly
question.
Disagree. It's almost because of the length of your sentence, and like I was serving life. I didn't become eligible for most of the classes in prison until I came down to my last 3 years in prison,
Wow.
right? Now I have to run back over here to strongly agree. After being a person who's been released from prison, I've learned these different things that now help me to cope with all of the stuff that comes with me living inside of a prison, not only being a person who took someone's life, but seeing other individuals get killed inside of the prison, right? You
Oh,
see
yeah,
people
oh,
get stabbed
yeah.
in prison over some of the simplest things. No one would come and talk to you about, like, was that triggering for you? How did you saw this person blood spill out over the concrete?
Yeah,
Nothing,
nobody would talk to
right?
you.
This is why I challenge the prison system.
I mean, I don't really like talking to people anyways, like therapists or anything like that. I don't really talk to people anyways. Only like really close friends, maybe.
Committed a violent crime, but we don't know their story.
I'm like that with the
Not
military.
even
man.
family,
There's
honestly.
not enough, in my opinion.
The
It's
VA
not encouraged enough. Yeah.
The VA helped me somewhat, right? I'm not going to say the VA didn't help. But when I was suicidal, I didn't call the VA helpline because I didn't want to sit
Yeah, I
here
wouldn't
and fill
either.
out a strongly agree and disagree form and wait in a waiting room. And I called another brother, and he sent me to a program called Save a Warrior, and I experienced something, it might sound weird, called initiation there. The participant faces their own death, and they receive a transitional object. And something
I think it's different. I think this is why it's different. And I'm gonna end the video right here too, but I think this is why it's different.
about that,
The people, hold on, let me like go to a, okay, we're like right there, okay.
Be-
I think it's different. Oh my god, I think it's different because, like there are not enough resources there. Oh my god, I really am tired. But I think it's different because it says there are enough resources for me to heal. So they all said yes. They said no. They all have only killed one person, right? They have killed multiple people for their job. Probably a lot of people. Like, he got 33 in 3 months. Like, that's a lot. So, but yeah, I think that's why it's different. But yeah, this was a fun video to react to. Very educational. Very educational. Not all killers are the same. You know, people like have accidents sometimes. You know, things happen. And then there are people who just change too. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. I'm probably gonna take a nap or something. And please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.